Thanks for clicking play. My name is Marcus Vadas. You're watching On Air, filmed here at the lovely PMG Studios Postmodern Group in Irvine, California. Today we got two for you. Same company, Mob Media. Let's meet our guests. Paul.
How's it going?
Jeff.
Pleasure.
Thanks for coming on board. Really appreciate you guys coming down.
Thank you.
So you guys started Mob Media. Give me a little history about how you guys met and how Mob Media came about.
Well, it was on a dating site. No, I'm just joking. We met at...
Say, you guys are a good match.
Yeah, you like our matching shirts?
Yeah.
That was on purpose.
We met at Auto Trader Orange County, oddly enough. And
Auto Trader?
Auto Trader, the Auto Trader.
Wow.
Back before Comcast, Cox bought them.
Cox, yeah.
Bought them all up. But in working with them, we figured we wanted to do our own thing. You know, we worked for a company that treated us okay, but every time we reached some kind of pinnacle or some kind of goal, we didn't see the fruits of that.
Yeah.
So we decided to take our own futures into our hands and really make something out of it.
What were you guys doing?
Yeah, well, we originally met actually in the production department, but our skill set was kind of interesting because Jeff came from the sort of the creative and the IT side of things. I came from the media and marketing side of things, and then the B, who's no longer with us, we bought him out in '91. He was more of a creative photographer type person, so we had different skill sets that we thought, hey, you know what, we can do something with it, and so we went ahead and started Mob Media.
And what year was this?
1989.
1989.
And
wow.
We're celebrating 20 years.
Awesome. Good for you guys.
Thanks.
What were some of the clients that you guys started out with?
Oh, wow.
A soup shop.
Yeah, the soup shop was big, real
Wow.
big. Soup shop was big. You know, actually, we had a lot of local business, and what's funny now is most of our business isn't even local. Most of our business is in far-flung regions of this United States. But when we started off, we were pretty much an Orange County local agency. You know, we did small to mid-sized businesses, and then we started getting into RFP business in about 1994, I think. Government RFPs, which are a pain in the ass.
So you guys were putting together the RFPs to
Yep.
go out there and
marketing
so
campaigns.
kind of a headhunter.
Well, no, what would happen is the government always issues RFPs, you know, awareness campaign on this, or one of our big ones that we won was called the AIM program, Access for Infants and Mothers.
I see.
And that was, they issue the RFP and they say, look, we need someone to help us market this to get women who are pregnant and uninsured. If you can imagine a tougher audience to find and to target.
And they had to be in their first and second trimester.
First and second trimester. So that was a challenge that we actually took on, and were able to do it. And we were able to do it because, you know, our media expertise, we know how to kind of, you know, roll up our sleeves and sort of do the work that is actually produce results. And that's what they wanted. They wanted enrollments. They wanted women who were pregnant and uninsured to call up and say, hey, I need help. And they basically pay for all their insurance needs.
So even back then, it was all about direct response.
Yeah.
You know, we were really, before we even knew kind of what that genre was about, we were doing that type of work.
Right.
So when you guys started, you guys obviously had some advertising background.
Yep.
And then it was just the two of you, I'm sorry, the three of you. How long was it before you started getting staff?
Well, it was interesting. Actually, what really happened, you really want to know from the beginning, we had made a business decision that we cost too much to hire ourselves. So we actually kept our day jobs for the first couple of years. We kept our day jobs. We hired...
we had 3 people before
we actually stepped in full time.
Full time.
Oh, wow. So you had 3 people running your operation during the day, and then you guys came in at night and did all the heavy lifting.
That's right. That's right. Did all the media planning, did all the design, that kind of work.
And especially from a creative standpoint, it can just burn you out. So having 3 other entities, people in that group to help do some of that design work and creativity, yeah, I think it took us a lot further than we could have gone by ourselves.
Yeah. So how long was it before you had to quit your day jobs and do Mob full time?
It was about 5 years.
Yeah, about 5 years.
Wow, 5
Yeah.
years.
5 years. The first 5 years, what was interesting is once we made that decision and we jumped from office to office and we finally settled into a nice little office in Irvine, a month later it burned down to the ground. So that was good. That was a good decision.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
All good.
Let me tell you, that's, I think they say like 3 out of 5 businesses that burn down don't ever come back.
Yeah.
But you know, we're proud to say that we actually came back. Our employees kicked in, you know, and
It was on Halloween night.
yeah, it
burned
was.
down.
So it's the
that
anniversary.
right?
And at
yeah.
the time, it was the biggest commercial fire in Orange County.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's over by the
You guys
airport.
are famous.
Infamous,
yeah.
probably.
Infamous.
Because
We
he
were-
started it. He thought we had more
'Cause there's-
insurance. Yeah, but
Turned out we didn't.
turns out we had. Yeah, yeah.
Hence the $35,000 loss.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right.
But you know what's really funny is that insurance-wise, when we finally got some kind of settlement and everything, we thought, oh, this was going to make or break us. We needed that money. By the time we got that money, it was just like went into the bank and just kept on rolling. It wasn't like a big number. So that means we had grown even during that small time after the fire. We had grown.
Yeah,
to
and I think there were probably points in our careers that the company has made this quantum leap forward. And I think the first was buying out our third partner. And we had something to prove.
We love you, Jim.
So we pushed that forward. We totally exceeded what our goals were. I think the fire was another one of those plateaus that we could have kind of hit up against and never really advanced beyond that. But I think with the commitment of all the employees, we went far beyond that.
Yeah. What separates Mob Media from, say, some of the other agencies and marketing firms out there?
I think it has to do with the fact that we're kind of a utility agency where we can do it all. And I mean, we truly can do it all. It's not resold or farmed out to another group. We can control the quality, and I think we do great work for our clients, and it shows. Most of the clients that work with us, our typical engagement is 5 years, and for an agency, that's huge.
I think a lot of agencies, and there's nothing wrong with this, but a lot of agencies start off with two creatives leaving to go start another agency.
Yep.
They're not business people. I think we were business people first, so we kind of understand the businessman mentality. We know results are important. I go back to the results-oriented advertising that we do. Lead generation, accountable advertising, that's the kind of work that we do for most of our clients so that they see at the end of the day that they're making money.
Yeah.
That's what we're about. You is great, but you still have to make sure you're making money because you can brand yourself to death.
Yeah.
And I think it also allows us to give ourselves a pat on the back when we're doing lead gen because we can see it. We can see the results of that type of advertising. Branding, what do you attribute to branding advertising? That's a little tougher.
Yeah.
Not that, companies shouldn't do that, and we enjoy when we can do that type of work, but our bread and butter is really lead generation and
It lacks
direct
the
response.
sizzle. Yeah, it lacks the sizzle of direct response lacks the sizzle maybe of branding, but it's what more and more, especially now with the online world. And we've gotten into that really hot and heavy, not only social media, but just integrated online campaigns, banner, pay-per-click, search engine optimization, all of that. That's all, you can track it. And when you can track something like that,
Right away you can track it.
Yeah, and whether your work, the results are good, and whether they need to be better, how you can optimize that, and it's a good feeling you can do that. And now we've applied that to our direct response television that we do, to our direct mail, to our print, all of that.
Guys, thanks for coming on board. Really appreciate it. Paul, Jeff. If you guys want to check out more of Mob Media, just look at the bottom of the screen and click on the URL. Check out these guys. Check out all this new stuff that they're doing. We'll see you next week on air. My name is Marcus Vadas. We're out of here.